Fitzgerald Friday here in the Freak Nation. Crash Gladys, Kenny Sargent, Clasterdamus, Suave, we're all here. Follow us on Twitter at Kenny and Crash. A rainy, freaking Fitzgerald Friday. But
a shocking Fitzgerald Friday.
It is, man. There's all this Robert Kraft news, the rain. It's cold as ass outside. If you want to laugh your ass off tonight, CB Live, Gilbert Gottfried in town. In fact, he joins us now here in the Freak Nation. And Gilbert, you walked into the studio, and we immediately started talking about Robert Kraft, the owner of the Patriots, 6-time Super Bowl champion. Does that surprise you that an NFL owner would be involved in prostitution?
Well, what was he? Was just picking up prostitutes?
Yes.
This is like, like with all that's happening now, all the weird news stories, this is like the most lame one. It's kind of like, if he had killed those hookers, then at least you go, oh, okay, well, now we can report it. But with everything else that's happening, this is the greatest time for him to be caught with those hookers because the other news stories are so much better. I mean, the guy with the Nigerians beating him up, I mean, that alone, it's an overdose. The hooker thing, I thought, that's it? He picked up hookers? So what?
I never thought that actually Robert Kraft would be the owner in the National Football League that finally gets prostitution legalized, right?
Oh, yes. But they're also legalizing Nigerians beating you up. Yeah, that's a new thing that's being legalized now. Because it used to be against the law. I didn't know that. But now you can legally get 2 Nigerian brothers who are muscle men to beat you up. Yes.
And all you have to do is write a check.
Yes. Yeah. And they said he was hoping to get a salary increase. But how do you do that? I mean, what would they say? He got beaten up by Nigerians. We'll have to give him more money on the show.
Yeah, you put that under your skills on your resume.
Yeah,
you get beat up by Nigerian brothers.
Yes.
Yeah, it's the American dream.
Survive.
And the best part about that is he originally reported it as 2 white guys, and then when you saw these guys, you go, "Oh my God, yeah, it's not just black, but Nigerian."
So you're going to ask someone to whoop your ass. Gilbert Gottfried here in the studio. Of course, tonight, tomorrow night, CB Live, joining us here in the Freak Nation.
2 Saturday shows, by the way.
Boom.
So, yeah, don't think that if one's sold out, you can't go see him again. Yes, you can.
So you're going to get your ass kicked by a couple of Nigerians,
yes.
And you pay them with a check, Gilbert?
Yeah, not the brightest thing. Yeah, he's done. This is what. Oh, my favorite part of this whole thing is that they're bringing experts to comment on it, like whatever, head, psychologist or whatever on TV. And they brought Reverend Al Sharpton to be outraged about this horrible hoax that was pulled on the American public. And I thought, doesn't he see the irony here?
It seems like Al Sharpton is the go-to expert on so many things these days.
Yeah.
Like, Al Sharpton, what's he doing right now? Let's give him a call. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, well, Gilbert Gottfried, so this is all material for you. I mean, being a stand-up comic, so, I mean, not all of it, but it allows for the pool to be deeper, I guess. Now or in the 80s and 90s, which was a better time to be a comic?
I don't know. For me, never.
Oh. You could do the C option.
Yeah. I don't know. It's like, and whenever people say, oh, this is a crazy time period or a time when people need to laugh, I go, as opposed to when? Like when the Black Plague was going on, that was like a lighter time. So people, the Great Depression was, okay,
But to his point, though, the freedom to crack any joke in the 80s is almost done,
Obsolete.
given where we are now, correct?
Oh, you mean as far as people getting offended?
Yeah,
By,
yeah.
forget it. It's insane. It's like everybody feels good about being outraged.
Yeah, seemingly.
But do you find yourself, though, where something's about to come out of your mouth and you've got to run it through that filter, that politically correct filter now, even in a G-Damn comedy club?
Yeah, it's very weird. I like to think that it's like when Nixon was in office. It was right around that time when the hippies were, there were protests and love-ins and dropping LSD and all this. And the Nixon administration said they came up with some phrase that it was like about the moral majority. Like that meant that there was this moral majority that isn't hippies and stuff like that, but they're quiet, you don't hear about it. So I like to think that the majority of people understand what a joke is, and they're just the ones that like to be offended are the most noisy.
Are you the kind of comedian, Gilbert Gottfried, who wants people to put their cell phones like in a bag before the show or not?
Yeah, I don't do it, but I totally understand it now. Oh, God. It's that crazy. Because people are going to record it. They'll put it on the air, and it gives them more things to complain about.
Exactly. And it's like, wait a minute, it could be great advertising for your show for the next city where you're going, but at the same time, somebody's going to be offended.
Yes.
And then it's going to go into a tailspin on Twitter of something negative.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Oh, it's totally crazy.
Gilbert, did I see on social media that you have a couple of younger kids? I say maybe they're preteens.
Yeah, I got scared for a second. I heard you had some younger kids. It's like, oh, well.
How old are your kids?
Yeah, I picked them up in a schoolyard. My son's 9 and my daughter's 11.
We're married. We have a 5-year-old daughter. And to this day, it's a story I bring up with athletes or comedians or regardless. And
This is one of my favorites.
it's awesome. She still finds ways to kick me in the nuts, literally.
Yes.
Does it still happen when your kids get as old as your kids are? They still find ways to kick you in the balls?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
How do I prevent it? What do I do?
Yeah. I think they say, like, having kids is your parents' revenge.
Oh, yeah.
Because I asked my son a while ago, I said, what would you like to be when you grow up? And he goes, I want to be an actor. I said, okay. And he goes, I want to be a funny actor. And I said, oh, you mean like me? And he goes, no, like Jim Carrey.
Proverbial kick in the nuts.
Yeah, exactly.
What the what?
Yes.
How do you even respond to your own son with that? What, son, do you think I'm not funny? What's not funny?
And the other thing that gets me with kids is, like, if they come out with a dirty word, there's no way I can, with a straight face, tell them, oh, that's wrong to use those words. Yeah.
That's true. As a comedian, what are your guidelines for these two young children?
Yeah. I'm very bad at that. Yeah, because there's no way I hear myself saying it, and then I go, what? I'm going to say that words, though. I can't speak without those words.
There's something you and I also have in common is we are older fathers. Could you see yourself being a father with these two children in your 20s?
Oh, yeah, it's terrible at any age, I think.
Really?
It's strange. There was one comedian who used to call himself Uncle Dirty, and he was old, and he had a kid when he was much older, and he said, I had a kid at the perfect age, when she's old enough to hate me, I'll be dead.
We could be there. Yes,
Yeah.
we could totally be there. Hope we're not dead, but hey, it makes sense.
His name is Gilbert Gottfried. You've got him tonight, and then 2 shows, 7 and 9:30, CB Live. That's CB Live. Go to cblive.com. When you come into...
Oh, wait. I got to also, my website's gilbertgottfried.com. And my podcast is Gilbert Gottfried's Amazing Colossal Podcast. And I'm also on this thing called Cameo. Now,
the hell is that?
That's that thing that Brett Favre got in trouble for, where they hire you to do these messages. Yeah. And he inadvertently did one for the American Nazi Party.
That's right.
I just want to say, if the American Nazi Party is willing to pay, I'll do messages for ISIS if they'll pay. Oh, and I'd like to come back to this country, even though
really.
I was a member of it.
Yeah.
That's my other favorite story.
The 15-year-old that chose to move overseas, become part of ISIS, now wants back.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that would be kind of like if when America won World War II, if Hitler came back and said, I was a little naive. I guess I was overzealous.
Oh, man.
I'm
You
sorry.
do so many things that you're embarrassed about.
Has anyone sent you something that you would not record for them at Cameo that was just flagrant as hell?
Yeah, sometimes I get a little. Well, what I know immediately off the bat, it's not I'm offended, but when they want me to advertise something, because then it's like a really low budget. I mean, it's really, they're supposed to pay a lot more for an endorsement.
It's like, tell the company to call me directly.
Exactly. Yeah, but it's. Sometimes I get suspicious of stuff I read. And, yeah, but.
Will they ask you to say, will they ask you to cuss or say to call somebody out?
Yeah, they'll ask me. I'm not against. I can't say I'm against cursing. I can't say, no, I can't do that. I got to watch I have an image to protect. I'm the new Mr. Rogers, and I have to protect that.
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
Can you hang around quickly for one more second?
I guess I'll have to, yes.
Gilbert Gottfried, of course, tonight, tomorrow night, 2 shows, 7 and 9:30. Gilbert Gottfried, CB Live. More with the Double G next, Fox Sports 910. Back with the Freaks, Fox Sports 910 at Kenny and Crash. We continue our conversation. Gilbert Gottfried tonight and tomorrow night. 2 shows tomorrow night, 7 and 9:30, cblive.com, cblive.com. And Gilbert, you've got a birthday next week. When do you stop giving a damn about your age?
Oh, that, well, no, it becomes important later on. It's like when you're younger, you go, oh, I just turned 18, and it's cool. Now it's like you try to forget about your birthdays.
When did that start?
I don't know, a while ago.
Right?
Yeah.
5-0, 5-0, 4-0? When the hell was it?
I don't know. Birthdays become more and more depressing each year.
But your kids want to keep bringing them up. They love birthdays.
Yes.
So come on, Dad.
I wish there were other, if they'd invent a holiday where they could bring out a cake, and I could eat the cake and not have Oh, this is an important news story. You can legally sing happy birthday in movies and TV now.
I forgot that was illegal.
Yeah, because how many movies have you watched? Movies and TV shows, they'll bring out a cake and go, for he's a jolly good fellow. And you go, I've never been to a party where anybody sang for he's a jolly good fellow. But it would take you out of the movie. And now, because you had to pay for happy birthday. Now I think it's
You're just making this up.
No,
I've never heard anything like this before.
No,
Yeah.
you had to pay for it. I understand you could never sing. Did this law or the patent finally expire or something?
Yeah, I think the patent expired. Something. Now you can legally sing. It's one of those things that would take me out of movies like, give me a call. I'm at 555.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it's like, and that would ruin every movie.
Hey, will kids walk up to you or parents walk up to you and just have you talk to their kid to say, this is the parent from Aladdin?
No, usually when I talk to children, the parents run and pull them away.
Because I know my daughter, if she heard your voice, she would say, that's the guy from Aladdin.
Yeah. I heard a story. I forget who did his voice. But remember, Boris Badenov?
What?
Yeah. There was nobody will remember this. There was the Rocky and Bullwinkle cartoons.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
So they had these extra characters. Boris Badenov was like this Russian spy.
Right.
And the guy who did his voice said one time he was online in a grocery store and a little kid went, that's Boris Badenov. Like they recognized, and he wasn't doing the voice, but they recognized it.
He was just talking.
Yeah.
Does that happen with you?
No. No, sometimes it happens. Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah,
your voice
yeah.
is one of a kind.
And the strangest story with my voice and voiceovers is there was an article in the Times, and that's how I found out about it. It was like this guy, Ron Suskind, who's a writer. He had a son who was autistic, and his son was dropping deeper and deeper into the autism where he wasn't talking to his own parents. And he'd spend the whole day watching Disney animated cartoons. That he was just obsessed with watching it. And one day the father went into the room and he saw that he had a puppet of my character Iago the parrot from Aladdin, because he had a lot of Disney paraphernalia. And the father put on the puppet on his hand and he started imitating my voice and saying, hello, Owen, how are you? And the son responded like it was an old friend. Like that he could respond to. And they made it into a documentary called Life Animated. That
Wait,
talks
I've heard of
about-
that.
Yeah.
Holy smokes.
Yeah, it was, it was, yeah, and it was like, because to him, that was a real person. These Disney characters were real. He could respond to them.
Yeah, a young kid who was unable to speak as a child until he and his family discovered a unique way to communicate by immersing themselves into these Disney characters.
Yeah.
Wow.
When did you know you had a tool with your voice? Like, how young were you?
Oh, God, I don't know. Because, it's funny, like people say with my delivery and everything on stage, when did you develop it and who did you base it on? I think, no, I never consciously did it. It was like, to me, when people ask me that, it's like going up to someone on the street and going, you know how you move your arms when you walk? When did you first start doing that?
No, but I mean,
yeah.
No, but what I mean is, when did somebody start recognizing, hey, you've got something here? I know that you've always just talked, and it's great. And I mean, me growing up, problem child and everything, like I remembered the voice from when I was young, but you knew at some point there was a line where it's like, yo, I got something here.
I guess it happened. I mean, I guess it happened widespread when I got the part in Aladdin.
There you go.
And someone's calling me. I'll have to call him back.
I hear you on the radio.
Yes.
Tell him to get the
So
hell out
let
of
me
here.
call you right now.
Well, it's an 800 number.
Yes.
They want money.
Yeah, Robert Kraft, a 900 number, right?
Yes.
Do those exist anymore?
Spankme.com is calling back. Yes.
At the Orchids Day Spa. Yeah, baby.
We'll end it with this. Was there an...
Well, first of all, Cameo.com. I'll relay messages for you at Cameo.days. That's the website, www.cameo.com, I think. And my website's GilbertGottfried.com. My podcast is Gilbert Gottfried's Amazing Colossal Podcast. And any other crap I can say.
Did you read
yes, Cameo.com/Gilbert Gottfried.
Did you read a selection from 50 Shades of Grey?
That yeah, that's still on the website. Gilbert reads 50 Shades of Grey.
Can you remember any of that stuff?
I just remember everybody loved how I yelled out clitoris. That I had a special talent for it. Like Olivier's known for Hamlet, and I'm known for screaming out clitoris.
If there was a mic to drop, he would have dropped it about 30 seconds ago.
There it is.
Whoa! Tonight, tomorrow night, 7 o'clock, 9:30 tomorrow night. Tonight, 7:30. CBLive.com for more information. Gilbert Gottfried. That's Gilbert Gottfried at CB Live. Dude, thanks for doing this. Good luck to you, man.
Oh, thank you.
This was just a conversation. This was awesome. No spiel or throwing jokes. That was awesome.
No, that's what people get to see in person.
Yeah.
Here, it's just let's get behind the scenes a little bit. Thank you very much.
Can you say clitoris one more time?
Clitoris!
More freaks coming up, Fox 4.
I'm about to whip somebody!
This is Big E. I want residuals.